The Hitman Hart, and you're listening to the Smacked Raw podcast.
Watch. Okay, well, has this always been a thing? Where have I been?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Smacked Raw podcast, ThunderDome edition, recapping SmackDown. Like always, I am your host, Kyle Tyson, joined by Mean Jelly Bean Productions' own Mr. RN. What's going on, my friend?
What's good, boss man?
What is up, man? ThunderDome just happened. History.
I was hyped for it.
Yo, what were you more happy to see? The LED innovations or motherfucking pyro?
The LEDs, like the pyros, I mean, that's a staple for them, kinda. I was more excited to see if they were gonna do it better than the NBA or not.
Yeah. I haven't watched the NBA. What would you say your first impressions are?
Clearly they was having some like technical difficulties throughout the show, but the actual like presentation of it and like just the sheer mass of fucking screens, like I was into it. I was impressed. Like I said, the NBA's been doing this in the bubble for about 3 weeks now with the virtual fans, but they didn't have as many screens as the Thunderdome has. So I'm into it.
If there's one thing WWE is never short of, it is LED displays.
That shit messes with my eyes sometimes. Like the start of the show when they do the opening pyro and shit and all that, and that like flash is coming in.
Disorientated, like, yeah, man. I hope nobody. I'm wondering how volatile this may be to people who are epileptic.
Yeah, somebody said that in one of our tweets. They was like, "Hope nobody with epilepsy is watching this shit."
Yeah, they're gonna have to have a warning or something, man. That's a lot of lights. No, man, it was really cool. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into Thunderdome. What a unique presentation. But first, before we get there, you guys, thank you for joining us live over here on Twitch at twitch.tv /The Standing Streamer. You can check us out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Sundays, if there's a WWE pay-per-view as well. On the off days that we're not shooting, you can catch K-Dog himself shooting Putting You Over, where he gets a plethora of people in the wrestling business. Just announced tomorrow on Putting You Over, Nick Aldis. Can you believe that?
That's dope.
Dude, Nick Aldis gonna be on Putting You Over, man. I am so excited. I wish I could tune into it live.
Tell him to slide at somebody's neck.
What's that?
Tell him to slide at somebody's damn connections, bro. What's up?
You gotta DM Vanessa. She's the one working that magic I learned out. Vanessa, Miss_V Wiper, I believe is her Twitter handle.
Send it to me. I'm diving in them DMs.
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, definitely get a hold of her. But we can always catch it on the Standing Streamers YouTube page as well. Go ahead and look for him, subscribe to his channel, help him get to 100 subscribers so he can get that custom URL, something that we're familiar with. We were chasing that custom URL for a long time. So we're excited to have that too as well, man. Before we plug some more stuff. How's your day been, RN? You said you've had a rough couple days, so you might be hitting a couple drinks tonight. How you feeling?
I'm definitely double fisted. It was just some shitty shit at work, messing with my money. I got a fat bonus coming, and they're trying to dig into it. And
oh shit, you can't mess with that.
I lost my customer service voice.
Oh no, someone said you were an asshole to them.
No, I had to be an asshole to them because they were trying to take some of my money, and so the asshole had to definitely come out today.
Well, I hope you bonus, man. I hope you do hit that bonus.
I got it. I made sure I got it. I was like, no, we're going to have some problems.
Yeah, man. You guys, if there's anybody else you can check out WrestlingNewsWorld.com. Of course, the SmackDown podcast is the exclusive recap show for that website. Check them out, man. They have a ton of talented writers, other podcasts as well. Maybe even check out their premium content, man. They're usually really good at breaking a lot of pro wrestling news very early. I fucking love working with these guys, man. And they work so close with Synergy Pro Wrestling as well, who they have a badass event coming up. August 8th? Saturday. It's Saturday the 28th, I believe. Yes.
No, I think Saturday the 29th, I thought.
No, Saturday the 28th. Heat Seekers. Synergy Heat Seekers, man. We're personally sponsoring LSG taking on, is it Macintosh? Matt McIntosh, man. I'm looking forward as hell to that. LSG was on our show once before. He was a ton of fun. He was on UWO. It was actually kind of funny, man, because I invited him onto the show to really highlight his personality, but then I booked your ass with Thomas Fenton from Wrestling News World, probably the two loudest motherfuckers I know, and you guys were able to talk over a pro wrestler for an hour straight, man. No wonder he hasn't been back on the fucking show.
Yeah, I apologize for that. My bad, bro. It's the first time you motherfuckers always bitch up and never fucking want to go hard. Thomas is the first one that was ready to fucking strap up and put the gloves on and let's duke it out. Yeah, I wasn't used to having somebody to give me a fight like that besides Seb, but he's fucking in and out. So me and him don't get to spar like we used to starting out.
Hey, listen, in your guys' defense, I will say that his audio was quite low. He had an uphill battle the whole time because his microphone was barely picking up anything that show.
But shout out to like him even doing it. Like he was actually awesome, and like having a professional wrestler's insight on some of the shit. Like it made me change my mind on a couple of the tweets with him explaining, because him being in the business and knowing backstage and like how stuff works. Like it made me change my mind a couple of times on that. So
I will say that, yeah, I remember that too. There was a couple times when I was like, oh, when I read this off, LSG is going to trash it. And he went the opposite direction. So,
right.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, man. Oh, man. Lastly, listen, you guys, if you want to support the show, we would greatly appreciate it. Head over to our patreon.com/SmackDown podcast. We have a bevy of reward tiers, including early access to our YouTube content like UWO, what we're talking about. We have a brand new sticker pack. You can see on screen the brand new #MuteRN sticker. I fucking think it's dope as shit. That's like the coolest and
fucking amazing.
Sticker.
Shout out to Rob, you asshole. You try to make it a piece of shit, and see, I did it the smart way. I claimed it, I owned it, and now that shit's a fucking sticker.
Dude,
What's up?
It is fire as fuck, man. Lastly, on the top rope Spanish Fly tier, you can go ahead, submit wrestling questions, submit unpopular opinions via video, and we will feature you on a future episode of the SmackDown podcast. And also, spoiler alert, finally, I'm getting my hands on our prototype t-shirts tomorrow.
Oh,
let's go. They should be debuting. I will be wearing one debuting tomorrow night when we recap Saturday Night Dynamite. Definitely keep an eye out for that. We will have a t-shirt tier, you guys. So once again, man, thank you for the love and support that you give us on social media, on YouTube, on all these podcast platforms, and including patreon.com, man. We love you guys. We appreciate it. But enough kissing ass. Let's talk about ThunderDome, man. Let's talk about ThunderDome. Vince McMahon kicked off the show along with Pyro. Once again, I got to ask you, what were you more excited for, Vince McMahon or the Pyro?
Probably the Pyro. Vince can fuck off. I'm sorry, he can.
Dude, the Pyro got me hyped, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't understand why. Don't ever take that away. Like, it's not Raw or SmackDown without that opening fucking 4th of July finale boom to get the show started. Like,
even in the Performance Center, I get it. If inside is too quiet, it's too small, just cut to outside the PC. Have Pyro going off on the roof, man. Wake up that fucking neighborhood, bro. Keep the Pyro. Oh, man, it was good. We kicked off the show. Vince McMahon came out to put over ThunderDome, put over SummerSlam. You'll never see it coming. Early into his promo, though, we had The Fiend. And might I say, The Fiend's presence, not only along with his entrance, but The Fiend's presence in front of Vince felt like something special to me. Did you catch that vibe?
Yeah, and that was one of the first thing I thought. I'm like, if he's coming onto this show just to be a victim to the Fiend, that lets you know that the old man's behind it. And if the old man's behind it, we should be fine. We shouldn't see any more bullshit. We should see him stay special and keep the ball rolling. Because if you don't know by now, if the old man ain't behind your fucking gimmick, you might as well kiss that shit goodbye. It's a flash in the pan.
Yeah, man. I was wondering. I thought the Fiend was going to attack him, but before we could get that moment, Braun Strowman comes out. At this point, Vince retreats off camera. You get this face-off between Braun and the Fiend, and out come Retribution. I'm not going to lie, man. I thought I'd been calling this forever. I thought Retribution were about to get laid to waste by Braun and the Fiend, which is something I've been predicting. I've been saying that they're just going to be this presence forever, and then a monster is just going to lay them out out of nowhere. But that's not what we got. The Fiend teleported the shit out of there, left Braun to get his fucking ass beat. I got to say, man, Retribution's growing quicker than NWO, man.
They're like ants. Like every time you look up, there's like 10 more. Like my thing is like, how are they going to do this in the end? Like, is it going to be like a core group of like 4 or 5, or is it still going to be the security guards like they use at most shows, like random like developmental guys,
indie wrestlers? I don't know, man. I think it's just going to be like how the Dark Order started on AEW. Yeah, they're just going to have an undisclosed amount of members, just whatever the story claims. Although nowadays, it does look like Dark Order is down to like 6 guys or something. It's
I think it's 6 or 7, something like
it's
that.
It's not nearly how many they had early on in their run.
To me, like what I want for Retribution to end up being is like 2 or 3 people, and then just a bunch of the masked people behind them, like straight fucking Shredder and Kang with a bunch of foot soldiers.
That's what I'm talking about. That's kind of how I picture them too. Retribution, they finally get some of their comeuppance. Not sure how I feel about this. The SmackDown locker room comes out in 2 waves. The first wave kind of gets their ass handed to them, but a second wave eventually overwhelms Retribution, who end up retreating. Interesting thing here, though, if you didn't catch it, Miz comes running out after all the action is done, and the camera made it a very big point to catch him running to the ring. Is Miz affiliated with him, or do you think this is like a red herring? This is something they know the fans are going to pick up on. And so
I think it's that, but I definitely would be fucking 100% behind Miz being a part of like, you motherfuckers have been keeping me away from the world title for this long, and I'm tired of it, and I want retribution for it. Like if that happened, I'm not gonna lie. Like I love Miz. Like he's all right in the ring, I give you that, but Miz he took over for John Cena. Like whenever they need a face or somewhere to put out there, who's the person they send? Like I don't understand why people don't respect Miz more what he does in the ring and outside the ring for WWE. Like Cena's gone, so who's the guy that they send? The Miz. So like he's a top guy. He may not be a top guy as far as like storylines going on that other shit, but in the eyes of the company, he's a top guy. And like I solely fuck with Miz because of that. Is that he is that guy where no matter, you can send him to Good Morning America, you can send him to MTV, you can send him to ESPN, anywhere you want to see this. He does have that
crossover appeal. Absolutely.
You can send him and people know who he is, regardless of whatever or how. They still send Miz because he's got that mouth. Like I love fucking Miz.
Aren't you the guy that hosts Cannonball?
Right, exactly. Like I'm saying, like I'm sure they came and asked for Miz. I'm sure it wasn't like, who can you guys send us? Like I'm sure Miz was probably on their top 2 or 3 people that they wanted to get to do that show. Like that shit don't just happen.
Yeah. An interesting fact here. Katie Bebe's in the chat saying that Retribution did not attack Morrison last week. Very interesting. And you know what? One thing I could see this. Like I could make this work with this theory. In my mind, Retribution is not long term. That is not long term booking. That is a short term story. And it does get Miz back to the world title picture, I believe. Like you said, I think that is a way to get him back in the world title scene, just because how you going to stop a man with an army? Obviously, obviously it would grow stale quickly, but if you pace it right, it is a hot shot to the world title, get you that belt, add to Miz's already impressive ass legacy. So yeah, I could see that. I could see that working for Miz. There's other guys I'd like to see it with, but if it was Miz, I could see it working.
My thing was like, yeah, you're right, short term, but what if they pick like 3 core guys, maybe not so much stars, but up and coming, and did like a Shield thing where it started out like all this, and then when it broke down, when all the shit really started popping off, it was just Miz, Morrison, and 2 or 3 of these young guys that you had that was a part of it. And then they break off and do their own thing like CM Punk and the Shield was. Like to me, I think that's the best way to go, because then that way, whoever has the belt, which I assume is going to be Roman eventually, Miz versus Roman with this version of Retribution that's kind of like the Shield that elevates everybody that's in that program, because Miz and Roman are your top 2 guys on SmackDown regardless of what's going on. And then you get these guys elevated like they did the Shield, because no one knew who the fuck the Shield was when they first came. Like real wrestling fans, I knew who Seth Rollins was, but I kind of knew who Dean Ambrose was, but not really. And I had sure as hell had no idea who the hell Roman Reigns was.
Yeah, we'll have to see, man. We'll have to see. I think that was it for Retribution. Once again, they come out in the opening segment. They tease them in the first match between Big E and Sheamus. But that was it for Retribution for the night. The Big E match with Sheamus, I think that's kind of like the lackluster moment of the whole evening, which is nice to have in the beginning of the show. They have a pretty standard match. I did notice during the match, like, why the hell is Chad Gable and Matt Riddle so cozy next to each other, considering what took place last week where it looked like Gable distracted Riddle and helped him get jumped. Well, just as quickly as I developed that thought, Corbin came out, attacked Riddle, a brawl ensues, and Big E is able to roll up Sheamus. Afterwards, Heavy Machinery briefly is caught dancing to the New Day's theme, which was pretty funny. But
Tucky's back.
I think the larger question lies here. Are these warning signs that the hype train for Big E is already slowing down? This match wasn't given much focus. It wasn't given much character development. Granted, not every week are you going to bang it out the park, but are there warning signs in this?
You mean like I said last week and you told me I was wrong?
Maybe.
Is that what you're acknowledging right now?
Yep, maybe.
I mean, like you said, like I'm kind of like halfway in between my stance last week and your stance. Like you said, the retribution shit and all this stuff is like an ends to a means. So I feel like you said, it's going to be peaks and valleys with Big E, because honestly, I don't think they know what to do with him.
Yeah.
Without him being a part of it, like is he? Like I said, I just don't think they know what to do.
The Intercontinental Championship is wrapped up between Jeff and AJ, and the World Title Championship is wrapped up between, Braun and Bray, 2 monsters. Shit, those titles are so locked up tight. They don't even acknowledge that Otis is the Money in the Bank winner. You don't even see him with the briefcase.
I do, but them putting him with Sheamus though does give me some sort of hope, because Sheamus is one of their guys. Like, I mean, even if he's not anywhere near any titles, he's still one of those guys that always gets prominent TV time. So to me, them putting him with Sheamus is like, there's some hope. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we get some of this shit cleared up. That at least means that they have some sort of eye for him, have some sort of plan if Sheamus, because you look, anybody that Sheamus goes against, they get springboarded.
Well, look at it. That's very true. That's very true. But look at it like this. Kofi gave us a definitive timeline. He's out for 6 weeks. I think we're 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So do we only have 3 more weeks before Kofi's back and now there's a tag team? That's 3 weeks to build E if you go by that.
Or maybe he comes back and just is just like his manager.
Yeah, no, very true, very true. E, I see you're on a run. Let's go ahead and focus on you. We'll put the tag team titles on hold for now. Right. And focus on you, E. Yeah, I can see that. I would be behind that, because 3 weeks is not enough time to really elevate Big E to the level that he could be at. So you'd have to do something like that.
Yeah, and then on top of that, you give Kofi a chance to kind of flesh out his mic skills and see what he could be, and maybe set him up for something after he's done in the ring, because it ain't like he's young.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't have a lot of bumps left in him. So
how great would it be if Xavier came back and did the same thing?
I don't understand why they haven't done that. Like,
why not have Kofi and
he's
Xavier
walking.
like a double managerial role, just
Yeah.
there cheering E on, elevating him, supporting him.
And not only that, you do that, you prop up Big E, you get him going, and then you still keep that New Day hype train, merchandise train moving forward because you have all three of them together. Because as of right now, until they give Big E some sort of space to grow and be who he is, the sum of their parts is not the same as when they're together. They're like fucking Voltron or like the Power Rangers shit.
Yes.
Like, you know what I'm saying? On their own, they're all right. They're dope.
It's like the Megazord only coming out with an arm and a leg.
Right, exactly. But together, there's something fucking in. Everyone knows it. That's why they've been together. They're probably the longest reigning damn faction besides NWO and fucking WWE history straight with no weird fucking heel change or nothing like that. They've been the same roughly 4 or 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That initial heel run, like
they just,
they're not breaking them up. I mean, Vince has made that very clear.
I don't want them to. I don't
No,
care
I
how
don't
long
either.
they've been together. I think they
I don't either.
still work great, man.
And as long as them little kids are grinding and eating fucking pancakes, they're never going to break them up, and I'm glad.
Christ, man. Hey, what the hell are you drinking, by the way? Is that sangria? What you drinking?
I wish it was. No, this is vodka and cranberry with some lime in it.
I was about to say, don't tell me that's Mountain Dew Code Red out of like a fancy glass.
Get the fuck out of here. Look at my skin color. Do you think I drink Mountain Dew? That's not true. I do like vodka.
About to go ham on some Warzone after this. Oh, shit. Jeff Hardy's in the training room. He's got a hurt knee. Supposedly someone fell on him during the SmackDown Retribution brawl. Later on, we can lump them together. Later on, it is revealed that it was actually AJ Styles attacking Jeff Hardy because, of course, they have a Intercontinental Championship match tonight. So obviously AJ getting the upper hand. So we get this tag match for the tag titles. This is the first of 2 championship matches that we receive. Cesaro and Nakamura taking on Lucha House Party. They briefly attack Gran Metalik and Dorado before the match officially starts. They go on to have the match, which ends up being a decent match. Probably one of my opinion, one of my most enjoyable Lucha House Party match. Usually, dude, I'm in my cell phone when LHP is on the screen, man.
I told you, Gran Metalik and Lindsay, like, they're fucking workhorses, especially Metalik. Like, he can go.
Yes.
Like, the other one, they're all right.
Only place he's going to is probably the fucking hospital after tonight, right, man. Holy shit, that botch. Dude, Gran Metalik, if you didn't see it, you have Cesaro on the outside, on the floor on the outside. Metalik leaps over the top ropes, attempting, keyword attempting, a Hurricanrana, and just eats shit, man. He essentially falls into a powerbomb. Cesaro should have played it off like he countered it. Cesaro tried to salvage the move and flipped afterwards, but no, Gran Metalik fell from 10 feet onto the goddamn floor. I haven't seen anything this bad since Undertaker chokeslammed Spike Dudley to the outside of the ring.
Who was that? Phoenix on AEW when he did that spinning crossbody or whatever the hell and just hit the floor.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Still, nonetheless, he ate shit, man.
Hey, shout out to him for getting the fuck back up like nothing even happened.
Dude. Oh, it wasn't like nothing happened. He was a minute. Like, it was a minute before he got up. But you're right. By the time he was up, he was doing his part. Cesaro finishes out the match with Lindsay Dorado. They have this cool little spot. Lindsay Dorado does a Hurricanrana, and Cesaro is able to follow through with it. And just roll him up into a pin. It was pretty interesting to watch. You almost like kind of.
Cesaro was so fucking dope, man.
Yeah,
like,
man. It was slick as shit.
I don't understand how anybody can say anything about him. I don't understand why he isn't. Like, he can literally have a match with anybody. He can go toe to toe with super heavyweights. He can go toe to toe with luchadors and make them look good and catch and all that. Like, I just don't like the amount of disrespect that he gets. Like, I don't understand it whatsoever. And I'm not even going to talk about Shinsuke with that fucking Scuba Steve outfit. Like I'm like, what they have done to Shinsuke, like I cannot take him seriously at all. Like I don't think of him as a threat. I don't think of him as someone that's going to finish a match. Like I literally just look at him as just a fucking jobber, to be honest.
Oh man, he did lose to Grand Metalik, man.
Straight jobber shit, man. Like grow up, bro. Like what the hell?
Interesting part was after the match, Kalisto is in a shoving match with Dorado. Grand Metalik, of course, at this point has somewhat recovered. I don't know. His spine could still be broken. And the man's just powering it out. I'll remember Stone Cold was able to complete a match after Owen Hart dumped him on his neck. So
all I was thinking about was that Tyson shit. Like I broke my back. What did you do? Your vertebrae? Spinal. That's all I can fucking think of, bro.
Oh man, I hope Matthew from Botchamania dubs that over it. Anyways, yeah, no, interesting. Do you guys in the chat, and then of course you, RN, my co-host, do you guys want to see Lucha House Party break up? I'll start this off by saying yes. I would love to see these guys go off, maybe a tag team and singles wrestler, or maybe 3 singles, or just find something else altogether. Because it's the tag team of them that really puts me off. I don't get it. I just don't buy them as a stable, man. It's just 3 luchadors that are a stable because they're luchadors. What story have we been given that brings these guys into camaraderie other than they all are technical luchador wrestlers? Right.
And I agree with you 100%, but at the same time, too, if you split these guys up, we're never going to see them again. And at this time, they need viable tag teams.
It would be an uphill battle for them, yes.
Well, that's the thing. We need tag teams, too, especially on SmackDown. So, like, if you split off Kalisto, like, that's fine. I'm with that. Or even Metalik. Leave Dorado and fucking Kalisto, because I'm over Kalisto. Like, I love him. I think he's dope. I think he has an awesome moveset. But it's like he's always hurt or it's always something. He's never there for enough time.
Hey, listen, man. He did win that dumpster match with Braun Strowman
a year ago, and then he got hurt right after that and was gone forever. Like,
oh my god, yeah.
I think he should go back to NXT, like especially with the draft. I think he'd be dope down there, especially versus Santiago, whatever the hell his name is.
Refresh their characters. I get it if part of their heritage is they got to wear masks. Fine, don't ditch the mask. But at this point, the characters are dead in the water. You're going to have to hit a refresh button. Look like, what's his name? Joaquin, help me out.
Joaquin Phoenix.
No, that's the actor. Yeah, I found that out when I was on Google. I can't remember.
It's Joaquin Wilds.
Joaquin Wilds. Yeah, look at him. Joaquin Wilds looked like a Deadmau5 reject, like DJ. Looked god awful, but you refreshed his character, put him in that stable, and now he looks pretty badass. I think you could do that with Lucha House Party.
My thing is like, why can't they join that stable?
Yeah,
draft them to NXT because the draft is coming up, and supposedly all 3 brands are going to be in it. Draft them out, at least 2 of them, and send them down there with it. Like, because I'm sick of these 3-man stables. Give me some 5-6-man NWO type shit.
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, well, hey, look, man, we have Retribution with 32 members, so.
Yeah, but it's different. 1 week is 12, 1 week is 32.
Next one
was like 8 of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? The first night it was 5. Like,
I bet you could get some creepers from the Dark Order to be cameos in that stable, and you'd never know.
Never. Or the ninjas too. Who knows?
Or maybe the ninjas. Yeah, the ninjas. Get the Dark Order, the ninjas, and Retribution to all join forces.
That'd be dope, actually.
Yeah, I'm kind of into that, actually.
Cesaro could be the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh my god. Brody Lee's World Champ.
Yep.
Oh fuck, book it, man. I'm all about this.
I think we got something going.
Here we go. So I saw this promo. Help me out in the live chat. Did Mandy Rose address, I think she had to have, Sonya Deville's real life controversy?
I don't think she did. I think Dana Brooks came afterwards and brought it up to Sonya, and then she slapped the fucking taste out of her mouth.
Yeah, I saw that. I know that Mandy Rose had a promo. I only caught the back half of it. And
My daughter was playing "We Will Rock You" for some reason, so I literally missed the
okay,
whole.
well, Mandy Rose was telling essentially Sonya through promo. Sonya wasn't present. That she wants to fix things. She chooses to see the good in Sonya. She believes Sonya Deville still has some good in there. She wants to go back to that camaraderie, like a last-ditch effort, to reach out to her former friend, given all the bullshit she's had to eat. Yeah, we can couple them together. We can couple all the promos together, really. You're right.
I mean, they were pretty much all together anyway.
Yeah, Dana Brooke did address Sonya backstage about the real-life controversy of someone attempting to kidnap her. Fucking Christ. And then Sonya Deville doubles down on that heel character, slaps the piss out of Dana Brooke.
I love that so much. I wish it was Natty, but I'll take Dana Brooks as a replacement.
Careful, man. Vanessa might be in the chat.
Tough break, Vanessa. I don't like Natty.
But and then lastly, Sonya Deville comes out, claims that this hair versus hair match just isn't enough because Sonya doesn't give a fuck if she's bald or has hair. She's already gotten to Mandy Rose, so she doubles down on it. Let's up the ante for SummerSlam. It's now a no DQ match, and loser leaves WWE. As much as I'd love to buy into the story, you'd have to think that, honestly, real life's playing a part into this.
Yeah, she's definitely going to take some time off because she almost got fucking kidnapped in real life.
Yeah, like that's... I was trying to be a fan, but all I could hear was like, fucking, I need time off from work.
Right.
Yeah, and by all means, of course, you're welcome to it.
Absolutely. I mean, I'm surprised she's even on the show at all. Like that. I mean, that screams fucking professionalism, and that's why her and Mandy both, like, I love them. Like, they're, besides like Sasha and Bayley, they're probably my two favorite women on any of the rosters right now. I mean, it's, of course, not Shayna, but yeah, like,
yeah, no,
and that suit, her fucking outfit was fire, yo.
Dude, yeah, Sonya suit Deville, bro.
It had like a Joker kind of vibe to it and shit, like, and those shoes, those fucking wingtip or whatever fuck they was, those fucking shoes, like, her whole entire outfit was fucking fire. Like, I love her. Like, the fact that she's part of the LGBT community and all that shit and everything, but it's not like a part of her character and who she is, but it is at the same time. Like, I feel that shit. Like, don't flaunt out what I am in my personal life, in my professional life. It doesn't matter. The two aren't married. So I love the fact that she is who she is. She supports it. She rides with it, but it's not a part of her character and everything on the show. It's just who she is.
It's not something that WWE is exploiting and cramming down our throat, which is absolutely up their alley. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that's more on her saying, no, I'm not doing that shit.
Tommy Streamer's in the chat. He says, I thought she was going to announce a Hell in a Cell match. Tommy, I actually had cage match vibes.
That's what I thought. That's what I had too. I thought it was
so yeah, man, like mine's right there. It's just they're not going to do Hell in the Cell outside of the pay-per-view, unfortunately. No. But you can get a cage match, though. You can get a fucking cage match. All right, let me see if I get my place back here. Beat the Clock Challenge. Dude, how I went. Listen, I have it in my notes. Like, this is where I rage about the show and how quickly they subverted my expectations, and I fell in love with this goddamn segment. So Corey Graves is in the ring. He welcomes Sasha Banks and Bayley. Instantly questions, are you guys splitting up? The obvious question on most people's mind. Of course, the best friend duos here deny it. However, there is a lot of dissension the moment Bayley starts to insinuate that Sasha Banks should go first at SummerSlam. Well, while they start to argue, Naomi comes out, says she wants to fight both of them. And I'm already thinking, this doesn't make much sense, Naomi. Like, right. You have a hard enough time struggling against non-champions. Now you want to take on both of them. Corey Graves then drops a suggestion. How about a Beat the Clock challenge? This is where, if you've watched previous Beat the Clock challenges on the SmackDown podcast, fucking hate it. what disrespect to your professional wrestlers that you are so trash, we'll have a competition of who can beat you the quickest. Fucking garbage, okay? And the fact that Naomi was like, yeah, I'm down. Like, that sounds great. Just makes her look fucking stupid. Great job on that, by the way. Hashtag Naomi deserves better. That did a lot of fucking good, didn't it? But I shouldn't be too mad because, like I said, this subverted my expectations. Naomi takes on Sasha Banks first, who wins in 3 minutes, 39 seconds with a Banks statement. Bayley instantly jumps in, starts attacking Naomi, leading you to believe that Bayley's going to pick up the win. Somehow, though, Naomi picks up a victory in like 2 fucking minutes with a rear view.
Weakest fucking finisher ever.
Yeah, so this is a double-edged sword. For one, I'm happy Naomi won because you never expect that in a Beat the Clock challenge. But on the other hand, she just beat the longest reigning SmackDown Women's Champion in 2 minutes after getting her ass beat with a rear view.
Right.
You can pick or choose your battle here. I don't fucking know. I'm happy because they subverted my expectations and I was surprised.
I'm not mad at it. I guess if they had propped Naomi up to be a better, like a viable threat, it would make more sense and I wouldn't be mad about it. But all this is next week we're gonna be forgetting about this and she's gonna lose the fucking Dana Brooks or something. So like,
yes. Oh no, that's it for Naomi. That's your highlight of 2020. You beat Bayley.
And a lot of it is her fault because she's ass on the mic, but at the same time, you know she is. She always has been. But she's so dope in the ring, and so many people are behind her. Prop her up like you do other fucking white wrestlers that are trash like that. You still fucking put them over the top. I don't understand why it can't be a thing for her either. But it is what it is. Like I said, I would feel better about it if I knew that it would probably lead to something. But like I said, she's gonna lose the fucking Dana Brooks, who hasn't been on TV in 9 weeks. So
thank you for the follow. Poker is the worst. RN, I greatly agree with you. I do. I believe there is ways you could work with Naomi. I feel like I do feel like WWE is often given the impression, oh, the fans want to get behind you. Here's your chance. Naomi falls on her face because they tell her to do something on the mic, and that is her weakest fucking link.
You know what I would like to see? Like, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
Put her with the fucking New Day.
Yeah.
Put her with the New Day, and then you got Kofi, Big E, all of them talking her up, going out to the ring with her and shit, propping her up. She doesn't have to say or do much. She could just twerk and fucking do all the shit in the ring. She already does.
With the Usos, but you're right. The Usos are the wrong people. Her personality meshes way better with the New Day than the Usos.
And to me, the Usos are heels. They should always be heels. Like, they should never be fucking babyface. They did it for 10 years. It was ass. They are who they are. But once they did to that Uso,
them as tweeners is good. Like,
but I'm saying, like, still keeping that heel edge, like, talking shit. Welcome to the Uso finisher.
Lockdown New Day.
Yes, that does not match who Naomi is. The Feel the Glow shit.
Or excuse me, Lockdown Uso. Excuse me.
Yeah, the Feel the Glow shit is literally just a female version of what the New Day do with all the pink and fucking blue and shit and everything. Like, why not? You get then this way you keep the New Day together, but you give them another fresh element, and you bring the women and little girls in to which like the New Day anyway. But then you give them a real reason to latch on to the New Day when you're having a woman with it and a black woman at that. Like,
damn, that's a great idea, RN. Fucking pack it, seal it, deliver it, done,
bro.
Man.
Imagine her with, and she already got that big ass hair and shit like all them got. Like, imagine a cartoon version of her.
Of Naomi.
On those New Day shirts.
She would appeal to children easily, man.
And she already got an ass fat as a motherfucking unicorn. Sorry, that's the liquor speaking. Sorry.
Oh, it's all good. You got that? You got people in here saying, "Do not mute RN."
No, fuck that. Still use it. I'm owning it. I'm bringing it back. I'm claiming it. If you fuck with me, use that mute RN.
Fuck yes, bro. Someone timestamp that shit, man. I want to clip that right there. RN has a great idea. Please, someone timestamp that for us.
And I didn't hear that from any other podcast. I didn't snatch it from any other fucking site or anything like that. That's straight from the heart.
That's straight from cranberry juice and vodka RN right there, man.
Yeah, and fucking I got this Michelob Ultra shit. I thought it was lime, but it's fucking lime and prickly pear or some shit. Okay.
Holy shit, dude. That was great. That was wonderful. After the whole Naomi victory, we do transition to where the real story is, and that is, of course, around Asuka. She comes out, talks some shit. Sasha tries to meet her on the ramp. Sasha gets knocked the fuck out with a head kick. Asuka then goes into the ring, beats down Bayley. Bayley runs off. She does head back to grab her titles, and not Sasha's titles, and then runs past a prone Sasha Banks to not even try to help her friend up, even though they're clearly in the safe zone by this point. This is probably the heaviest the dissension has been played upon in recent times between Sasha and Bayley.
I'm not into it. Like, I hate it.
Not to mention, when Bayley got pinned, they panned over to Sasha, who was as gleeful
Laughing.
as fucking Shane McMahon is whenever he's running Raw Underground.
She might as well fucking winked at Naomi, like, or blew her kiss. Like,
Oh, yes, sir.
I'm not into this. Like, I don't understand, like, why is that whenever there's like a duo or a group that has success, like, why do they always push towards the eventual breakup? Like, why can't, like, people are friends for fucking life. There isn't people that are only friends for a few months and then one of them backstab the other. And even if that does happen, you fix it out and you might not talk for a few days, maybe a couple weeks, but you hash it fucking out and you're back fucking friends. Like, I don't want them to split up. Like, why would you want to split up your MVP duo that has been carrying the women's division on fucking 3 shows? Well, 2.5, because they've only been on NXT a couple times, but they've been carrying the division on both shows. Like, what do you need to split them up for? Like, they're money, they're magic. Keep the 2-woman power trip together as long as you possibly fucking could. Because I guarantee you, if Triple H had a guy injured, Austin and him would have been friends. They would have been together for at least a year before they broke him up.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's almost a blessing in disguise that Triple H got injured, because they would have just been overpowered for at least a year.
And I wouldn't have been mad at it at all, because
I mean, we can theorize how that would have played out. We can theorize.
But my thing is, like, why? Why do you need
Hulk Hogan of tag teams?
It literally.
Yeah, it really could have been.
It could have went on for years. And like I said, you could have broke them up. They could have had some dissension. You could have played off that for a while. But, like, I just don't understand, like, why is everybody so eager to split these two up when they're fucking money together?
And it's simply put, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. That's why.
That was, how many years ago was that?
But that's still why.
I mean, I understand that, but, like, they're always saying, stop living in the past. Don't look off this. Let's move towards the future. Leave that fucking match where it was in NXT. They're not in NXT anymore.
Speaking of,
and let's be honest, their matches haven't ever lived up to that match either afterwards.
Speaking of not living in the past, out comes Jeff Hardy. Sorry.
You already know what I'm gonna say.
Oh man. Jeff Hardy, AJ Styles have a match together. It's for the Intercontinental Championship. Jeff Hardy, a lot of people wanting him to come out to his I can't remember the name of the theme. You guys in the chat, try to help me out if anyone knows Jeff Hardy's custom music. But he comes out to the nostalgic 90s Hardy Boys classic music. Has this match with AJ Styles. He's got an injured knee from earlier in the night, and that plays throughout the whole match. At one point, he even goes for a whisper in the wind, and just his knee collapses on him.
Shit.
Huh? Yeah,
he just ate it.
Yeah, dude. He ate it like very hard. However, at the end of the match, AJ goes for a phenomenal forearm. Jeff counters. At one point, AJ is setting him up for a Styles clash, and Jeff, with the knee brace, is able to kick or knee AJ in the head. This allows him to hit the twist of fate and the swanton bomb and fucking pick up the victory. Jeff Hardy in 2020 is an Intercontinental Championship. Listen, RN, I'll let you get your rant in another one, okay? But I gotta tell you, Jeff Hardy was my childhood hero. And even though a lot of the shine has come off the guy in the recent years, there was still something so special to see that man holding the first singles title he ever held yet again. I'm not going to buy in the whole redemption story, none of that. This is strict personal feelings. I was happy for Jeff, man. I was happy for him. And listen, they need a match like this because they have to somehow build to Payback. So you give a screwy finish here, and now we have an instant title match on Payback. Let's not lie. That's what this is all about. But nonetheless, in a bubble, just blocking out all that excess bullshit. I was happy. I was happy for Jeff, man. But
and to be honest, I'm not mad. Like, I knew exactly what it was about and what it was for. It's just my thing is like, I'm just over him in general. Like,
yeah,
like, it's a nostalgia act and this like redemption storyline that they are kind of playing in the background and shit. Like, I don't buy it. I'm not into it. Like, I'm happy that he's sober and he got his shit back together. But to me, there's other people on the roster that could have used this opportunity to springboard them. And then they always bitch about they don't have new stars. Well, you keep bringing these old motherfuckers back from when we were kids to win titles and take up TV time. Like, even with AJ Styles to a certain degree, but at least he is a viable threat. He's still awesome as shit in the ring. And really Jeff is too, but he's got so many opportunities to fuck up over the years. Like, to me, that's the main thing. I don't have anything against his in-ring, his promos, everything. Like, he's fucking legit. Like, I love Jeff Hardy too as a kid.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, now that I'm an adult and I've seen the people that they've got rid of, black, white, or whatever, for little meaningless shit, and then this guy keeps getting opportunity after opportunity with felony charges out the fucking ass. Like, that's the part that I cannot get behind and why I can't roll with him. Like if you erase all that shit, I'd be just like you. Like, fuck yeah, Jeff Hardy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be that way, but like, being in it, I got a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Like, I see so many people not get a second chance, and this motherfucker's on his 40th chance. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be excited, but I just can't get behind. And that's the main thing. Like, I'm not mad at him winning though, because like you said, Payback's next week.
Yeah.
So
look, I entirely respect your point of view, and I don't think either of our views are invalid.
No.
Jeff Hardy is a polarizing person that you can look at.
Even if you don't do his like out of the ring shit, just in ring, he's polarizing. You either love him or you hate him, or you either want him to see him succeed or you don't. Even if you don't put his outside of the ring shit in, because that's what you are. That's what with a real superstar. That's what it is. You love him or you hate him. There's no in between.
Yeah, man. No, it's very true. You know, and Jeff is one of many people that's been giving a lot of chances. The Usos are another group. They've been given chance after chance. Jake the Snake, chance. I mean, older name, but definitely a lot of chances. Fuck, look at Hogan. He was stripped of his goddamn Hall of Fame shit. You know,
I guess I just hold Jeff to a higher extent because, like, I'm from the WrestleMania 2000 crowd.
Yeah.
That's when I was like really able to understand shit, checking the message boards, all of that. Like, I put his pussy on a higher pedestal, and for him to let us, you know what I'm saying? For him to let us down and let me down personally so many times.
Not
like,
to mention,
I take it a little bit more personal than probably I should, but
no. Not to mention, he is a cult of personality. You know, no knock to the Usos or anything, but Jeff Hardy was like a personal hero to a lot of kids growing up.
Yeah, you
know what I mean, and yeah. So I mean, no, I totally get it. And there's a lot of other arguments you could spin. Would we rather see Big E right now battling for the Intercontinental Championship? Probably, you know.
Yes.
But like I said, in a bubble tonight, when Jeff Hardy got the win, something I extremely did not expect, in that moment, I could not feel anything but happy for the guy. You know,
I'll say I was like 80-20.
80-20. Everyone's jumping on me because I said cult of personality. Man, fuck off, you guys.
Exactly, fuck off.
It was the only phrase that came to mind. Okay. And by the way, the chat was super helpful. The name of the song was Oh shit, where was it? No More Words. No More Words is the name.
I don't even remember it. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, for the podcast listeners, you know what I mean. For the other people, after the match, let's see here. Oh, by the way, like a burnt out star at the Oscars, Jeff Hardy was in the middle of his promo afterwards, and I noticed they.
I forgot about that. The wrap it up box, wrap that shit up, B.
They did give him the wrap it up music though, so look.
I was wondering like what happened with that, like.
Yeah.
Because normally they just let people go. Like, I mean, if it runs over a little bit, but like I've never heard them just like start a motherfucker's music in the middle of a promo.
Like, who knows? Maybe he went off script. Maybe the match went long. Who knows?
Yeah.
Anyways, Nikki Cross has an eerie feeling that something terrible is about to happen with Alexa Bliss. She doesn't truly believe Alexa Bliss is the same since her encounter with the Fiend.
I hope so. I want Fiend Alexa Bliss back so much.
Me too.
I love her.
You don't need Alexa Bliss to be Sister Abigail, though, right?
No, I'm down with that too. If that ends up being the thing, like I mean, I wouldn't be. I don't feel strongly about it either way. But if it made her a heel character, like I'm not mad at that at all. Like I want the Fiend to have a stable. I want him to have just like a fucking like Dungeon of Doom, Kevin Sullivan type of fucking stable where you just got a bunch of weirdos that you wouldn't ever think would be that to be with him. Like she takes on like I want all the puppets to take on a real life persona like he does, like he has. Like I would be like, I'm into that. Like so, I like 3. It don't got to be a lot. Maybe just like 3 or well, not 3. Definitely not 3. I hate 3, but at least 4. Like not necessarily a new Wyatt family, but at least just like this menagerie of fucking weirdos that he controls. Like I would be down with that for sure.
I like that the standing streamer, one of his ideas, and I can't remember if it's his or if he's getting it from somebody else, but I'm going to give him credit, is that that you include both Alexa Bliss but also Bo Dallas. And I'm not sure what I would like more, Bo Dallas with the Fiend, or if Braun Strowman is able to recruit Bo Dallas as Bray's real life brother.
Alexa off. I don't know what the hell you said, but it cut Alexa on.
My bad. I said Alexa Bliss. Alexa, order tampons.
She will.
Fuck, I didn't hear nothing. All right, damn it. I was hoping I got it.
The top result is Tampax. She heard you. Alexa off. The top result is Tampax.
Oh my god.
Fucking Kyle.
Why did Alexa just order me tampons?
Fucking Kyle. He said Alexa Bliss and it hurt him, and then he said Alexa ordered tampons.
I got a notification. Alexa ordered.
Look. Thanks a lot, fucker.
I'm like, I gotta order.
Look. Alexa, order tampons.
Oh my god.
Did you say Tampax tampon? Alexa off.
She's still talking. Alexa off.
Bitch ain't been on for like 3 weeks and you say tampons
She
one
better
time.
not ordered that shit.
That's hilarious.
Yo, if that shit comes in the mail, you better post that shit.
Oh, we're definitely gonna post it. I'm gonna put a Smack Raw sticker on top of it and post
You gotta get reimbursed.
it.
Holy shit.
That is fucking awesome.
Right
Look, and put it in her cart and everything, bro.
Oh my god. You did too. Look at that. If you're watching the YouTube video, RN's holding up his cell phone and it's showing his goddamn Amazon.
The top result is Tampax.
Tampax in his cart.
I don't even use it.
Jesus fucking Christ. That bitch ain't been on for weeks.
Literally.
Oh my god, dude.
Like,
Somebody timestamp this, please, for me.
Please.
Jesus Christ.
Send me that screenshot.
Fucking hell. I mean, do we go back to the recap after this? Hey, good night, everybody. That was the show.
That's the show.
Fucking hell. Oh, what a fun time. Anyways, backstage, I don't know how we're gonna close the show. That's really how we should have closed it. But let's get back to SmackDown.
Fuck, I forgot we're not done.
I know, man. AJ Styles is backstage mad at Joseph Parks for his statistics not lining up. I love that AJ is going by math and statistics to determine his matches. So he's
Bro,
pissed.
they better get him out there doing some physical shit. Be his bodyguard or something. They got to get him.
No, Joseph Park has got it. Payback. Once again, payback.
Right.
Yeah, Joseph Park.
And that has something to do with statistics and fucking. Let's go.
God, dude, how hard would you pop if fucking Abyss comes out on goddamn WWE television?
Bro, I would lose it, bro. Like I don't know if you guys noticed. Like we've got some behind the scenes shit working. Eventually, I'm gonna be the Impact guy, but like I am fully behind TNA Impact. Like I fucked with them early on for sure. Like I'm gonna lose my shit even if he pulls out a version of the mask and puts it on with the suit on. I hope he keeps the suit on. Fucking does the deep six or whatever the hell that sidewalk slam to fucking Jeff Hardy for the match. I'm into it.
Yeah, man. I'd love to see it. And to do like the little hints before the full on reveal, kind of like you got with now before the Woken Matt Hardy just went to dog shit. But when Matt Hardy, the Nostalgia Act, was showing signs of him breaking and hints of broken Matt coming out, people would eat that up. We're in a day and age now where WWE fans accept TNA because of the amount of talent that has come out of the mid 2000s TNA roster.
Right.
I think
half the fucking mid card or top card. AJ, Joe, shit, even Jeff Hardy for that fucking matter.
Hardy, man. Fucking hell. I think people would be super accepting and knowledgeable of Abyss.
I'd be pumped with it for sure.
I didn't watch any TNA growing up, but I know who Abyss is. So I feel like people would know. Yeah.
I keep forgetting all you guys like jumped out of wrestling for bits and pieces. I'm the only fucking nerd that never stopped watching it since I was fucking 5 years old.
Well, it wasn't all by choice. I mean,
I know people like
I just didn't have fucking cable, man. We were broke as shit, you know. And there was no internet. I didn't have no cell phone.
You know how I did it? Our neighbors, they were like super cool. They were this older couple, and like the dad, he worked for the cable company, so he just like drilled a hole through our walls, and we just synced off their fucking cable, and that's how me and my cousin, that's how we had cable for our first apartment.
You lucky bastard.
Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna hate. Like it got me through. That's what kept me going watching wrestling, because like you said, I wouldn't have fucking cable. I couldn't afford that shit.
Hell no. All right, and we finally finished off the night with a two-parter, kicking off with the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt tells a story about how he loves us, but love as an emotion can lead to weakness and other faults, kind of playing off the fact that he believes Braun Strowman truly loves Alexa Bliss. He even does a little skit with Huskus, the pig, and Ramblin' Rabbit portraying Braun and Alexa. And you know what? It went just long enough to not be cringy before Bray breaks it up.
They cut it off, yeah.
Yeah. My favorite thing.
Ramblin' Rabbit, is he a boy or a girl? Like that was some.
He's a man, dude. Just like fucking. But my favorite thing about this though was apparently Bray Wyatt has a heightened sense of smell, because you catch him like sniffing the air, and then he cuts that line. He says, "I wondered when you'd show up," and then Braun out of nowhere attacks him. Braun's the second person. Commentary says that no one's been able to find where the Firefly Funhouse is at. But they forget Seth Rollins found it and burned the bitch down.
He did. I forgot about that.
Yeah, so Braun is the second person to locate.
But they're two different universes. Remember, there's three different universes. There's Raw, there's SmackDown, and there's NXT. They don't intertwine.
Yeah, there you go. He's the first SmackDown guy to locate. Got you. Braun Strowman, like WWE to be tone deaf, Braun Strowman kidnaps fucking Bray Wyatt. What an immediate turnaround to play a kidnapping angle.
After one of your stars almost got kidnapped. That's smart.
Fucking great timing. But anyways, backstage when they come back from commercial, Braun and Bray are brawling. Braun hits the big spot. He chokeslams Bray off of a loading dock onto concrete. Bray gets the stretcher job. Is transferred out of the facility in an ambulance, only for the garage door to not open. It backs up. The ambulance does, and you notice it's full of fog. You can't see through the back windows. The fog turns red. Bray is transformed into the Fiend. Man, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't mad at that. The only thing about the whole thing, like, y'all know I hate Braun. It's not a secret. I didn't like the smile back at everybody else. I wish he had just been like menacing and just like, fuck this motherfucker, I'm gonna kill him. That's my only gripe. Like, I know everybody thinks I'm gonna shit on Braun because I do 90% of the time, but since he's made this kind of switch, like, this is the Braun that I've been bitching about that I want. Like, I want the monster, erratic, losing his fucking mind, monster among men. That's what I want. Like, so I wasn't mad at it all. Like, I even like the kind of supernatural shit mixed in with it. But that's the only part I didn't like, him looking back and smiling at everybody. I wish he just powered through like nobody was fucking there. Because then that shows me he's aggressive. He's pissed off. He wants to take the Fiend out. He doesn't give a fuck who's around or who's watching. He's only there to take out Bray Wyatt and the Fiend.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I do think Braun works better the less happy he looks.
Yes.
You know, he looks way more menacing, more threatening, more terrifying.
I'm glad he shaved his hair too. Like, I like the bald with the beard. Like, I like that a lot.
He doesn't look good with it. And that's
no, my girlfriend even said that. She was like, oh my God, I think I like him without the fucking stupid ponytail shit. I'm like, all right. And that's somebody that doesn't, she watches it because I do, but she's not ingrained in it like I am. And like, she even was like, it's different. I kind of like it. So like, I fuck with the bald head and the beard.
Hey, listen, man, I think it's safe to say Braun Strowman is well ahead of where he has been in recent years.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
It is a gradual improvement on his character. He's not getting that moment Becky Lynch had where she became a star seemingly with a single moment.
And I think they can do that with him if they do it correctly and push things the right way. Like,
you just need Nia Jax to break his orbital bone. You know what I mean? Fucking.
And you need him, or just have him break somebody's orbital bone.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, get rid of that stupid choo-choo train fucking entrance.
Yes,
and that.
Please get rid of the fucking train, dude.
Thank you. Everybody's finally seeing my way about that. Like, I hate that fucking move. I hate the thing. Like, just make him menacing. Like, I mean, he doesn't necessarily even have to be a heel. Just make him scary and be a big fucking monster. And you can play those. You can shift that to fit a fucking heel versus face role, however you want to do him. But like, he doesn't need to talk. He doesn't need to be dancing. He doesn't need to be trying to be fucking funny. He's the biggest person you have on your roster, minus Big Show. He should be annihilating people and trying to annihilate people no matter what he's doing. Like, I don't want no funny, laughing fucking 7-foot monster. That's not a monster. That's a fucking dancing bear. Be the monster among men.
Did you know that, what's his name, Kato from Raw Underground is bigger than Braun Strowman?
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, bro. They stood off face to face at a Royal Rumble. That I can't remember his name, Bubba Kato or something like that. He's bigger
than fucking like a Samoan looking dude.
Yeah, he was on the first episode of Raw Underground.
Yeah.
He was.
He was from Evolve. He was from Evolve.
The dick grabbing guy.
Yeah, he was from Evolve. That's where like he was actually starting to like pump up before Evolve like shut down or whatever. But
yeah, Tommy Streamer says, but the train sells a ton of merch in the t-shirts.
That's true. I mean, that might be true. Yes, little kids love choo-choo trains, bro.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe the reason why they keep that train shit is Braun Strowman might not be on like the morning show and like, you know, Good Morning America, but maybe he's like cameoing on fucking Thomas the Train or something. You know?
Well, you want to know the funny part? Like his like those like behind the scenes shows and like going home and shit. Like he has an engaging personality.
He's a sweetheart, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
you
he's a
want to
sweetheart.
love him. That's, I think, like, same thing with Jeff. Like, I think that's why I take it so personal, because like all this shit behind the scenes, you see that he has a personality. He has some shit that he can carry some stuff on his own. But then when you put him on, you have these stupid ass fucking nerdy writers giving him shit that doesn't fit him. Like, doesn't fit him at all. Like,
Yeah,
and he's athletic as fuck to be that fucking big, bro.
he is. He is. He needs to chill though. He needs to chill a little bit. Work like a big
Yeah.
man. Work like.
I don't
a big
like I don't like the laughing thing that they did, laughing at each other. Other than that, I'm totally behind. Like, I know everybody says I'm a Braun hater, and I am. But these last couple weeks, like, this is the Braun that I've been bitching about, saying that I want. Like,
All right.
monster among men.
The monster among men. Hey, listen, but that's SmackDown though. So overall, you know what the crazy thing is about this SmackDown, and this is, let me point out, we didn't even touch on the Thunderdome shit. That's how good this show was.
Facts.
We didn't even have to touch on the LED displays, the Zoom calls, a special cameo from Ted, the teddy bear, out in the goddamn thing. Apparently, Kevin saw someone flipping people off within the first couple minutes.
The best one was this little blonde hair, blue-eyed white girl. She was probably about 6 or 7 years old, going ape shit for the first like 20, 30 minutes of the show. She was right in the middle off of the hard cam, just fucking like, ah! It looked like they pumped her full of fucking sugar before the show. It was fucking amazing.
She had ate her fill of bootios.
Oh, they definitely gave her something, because she was going, she had on like she had her little hair done. She had on like a little fucking like pink button up, and she was literally right in the middle of the fucking screen, and she was going ape shit for the first like 10, 15 minutes. It was awesome.
Yeah. The last thing about the Thunderdome was what was it? Fuck, I forget. I don't know. I mean, that was really it, man. I mean, it was a great show. It got by. I do like the arena. I like everything about it. It was decent. But yeah, I mean, and that was really it.
I feel like I liked it more than you did, and I'm not mad at that.
No, I mean, listen, man, I'm usually the one who's really high on stuff. For somebody to say they enjoy something more than me, that says something. I don't know what it's.
I guess a lot of it too was that I fucking, like I said, the NBA had been doing it for almost a month now. So I guess I kind of fucking got used to it and liked it because of the NBA. I keep forgetting you guys aren't sports guys like me.
I am just not basketball. That's all. I mean,
what sports do you like?
NFL.
Oh yeah, I forgot you're
a
Patriots fan.
MMA. I watch UFC. I'm a big UFC fan.
I'm going to get more into it. I don't know a lot about it, but I've been trying to.
Yeah,
I like Cormier. Hopefully, he comes to WWE.
We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll talk about it more on the post show. But for now, I mean, that's a long show. What have we done? We've hit an hour, right? Yeah. Oh shit, almost an hour and 10 minutes. Listen,
goddamn, let's go.
Live audience, thank you guys for joining us once again over on YouTube, youtube.com/SmackDraw Podcast. Like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see all our videos go up. Don't forget to subscribe to twitch.tv/The Standing Streamer so you can catch us going live and him with putting you over. Lastly, support us on Patreon once again. Get some goddamn Mute RN stickers along with the Spread Demon art. I'll reveal what that means in a while. But like always, you guys, thank you once again for joining us. And until next time, y'all have a good one.
Thanks, guys, for joining us. Love you. Yeah. But I've been on camera for a little bit longer than you guys have been.
Oh, shit.